So, nope, doesn't pick up the sign. Do you like setting up the tree pole here?
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if you have the hammer, I guess. I always have trouble with that bush toss.
I'm usually using this sign, so I have only throwing one thing. Oh, let's see what the actually. Oh, and the ice rod edge.
Rod.
I mean, ice rod can be almost everywhere.
Yeah.
It can't be.
There's like one spot it can't be.
It can't be on Trinix, and it can't be on Ganon's tower if Turtle Rock is required. But it's
so
really nice to find it early.
Yeah, I won't be trolled by that one this time. Did you catch what was on the ledge?
No, it was too quick.
Well, I'm sure chat will help us. They're always nice and helpful.
Oh, that is the blue ring, the blue boomerang was on the ledge.
Okay, so aggro required. Gotta have that boomerang, right? Safeties.
Just the heart piece and the lost woods. Let's see what the castle has for us today. And the powder. Okay.
So Hugh's really going through this escape really quick. It's pretty nice to see. I guess having the hammer makes it fairly easy.
You have a weapon, so you don't need a bomb.
I kind of like doing bombs though. You know, not having to do it, but once I have to.
Oh yeah.
Moon Pearl.
And the Moon Pearl on the sick kid.
Sick kid stealing his mom's pearls.
Rip Aganim. We have the hammer, we have the Moon Pearl. All we need is a glove to find.
Yeah, we can still get a Master Sword or Sword and Cape, correct? To do Aghanim?
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh, just 3 bombs in Zelda's chest.
Let's see what Grandma has for us tonight. Today. Cookies? I like cookies. Maybe. What's your favorite kind of cookie? Is it hard?
Just a little laugh.
Well, I guess we'll have a second chance to look at the ledge as Hugh is heading up there now.
Yeah, I can see here the Verling Kakariko. More bombs, bomb upgrade. Another heart.
Don't you just love the well? Because clearly it loves you.
Oh yeah. I mean, getting some hearts that early isn't that bad.
No, it's not. But you kinda want a little bit more. Actually, JCopes, yeah, right. They never went back to the house, so they're still worrying about a weapon right now.
Yeah.
And I just forgot to look at the ledge again.
It's the blue boomerang on the ledge.
Oh,
the
right.
Bottle and the mushroom spot. Yeah. Also not that bad. And a lots of rupees here in Blind's hut.
So, after Kakariko, you do South Shore, and then if you're JCopes, this is a situation where I always am like never sure of my decisions. Do you go to Escape or do you go to Eastern? I guess, yeah, no, that's a good
question. I'm routing when I start the Sanctuary. I'll do all the Kakariko stuff and just a round back to the Overworld Swamp and then back to my house and then to Escape.
But you do escape before going to Eastern?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have
even if you don't have
all the stuff around Kakariko and my house all done in one circle.
Yeah. It's just the escape Eastern that I'm never sure about. Because there is more I guess there's more. It's about the same, but I'm just never sure.
Oh, 300 rupees.
It's not bad. I'm getting closer to Zora.
I will take that. I mean, if you give me 300 bucks, I will take it.
Yeah. Not gonna say no, just 300 Benjamins. Well, 3 Benjamins. Picking up that hammer, JCopes. Looks like they are going towards escape.
Yeah. Yeah, they do almost the same stuff that are just in different orders.
I wonder if they would do the same thing if they didn't pick up the hammer there. Probably, I guess it's hard to do the dark rooms without a weapon. It just makes even more sense to go to escape.
Yeah, but to be
dust.
honest, the game logic doesn't require you to do any dark rooms.
That's true. But I believe most people just do them in Eastern anyways. It's pretty easy. And it's only 1 or 2
or
items.
escape isn't that difficult, that's for sure, yeah.
Someone in chat saying they usually do escape if they don't have the bow, which kind of goes against my thinking. I just think of escape as like a cave. You know, Armos is the dungeon part. The rest of it is just chests for me to get, but you know, I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think that early doing the front escape, if you haven't any Glover things, isn't that bad. Then maybe Overworld Swamp, Minimaldum Cave, Ice Rod Cave, so you have all the stuff.
Hugh checking Adam West here.
Oh, we will see what Batman has.
Just a heart.
Kakariko is full of love these days. But also the Batcave, it's so an out of the way location. It's not that bad checking it when you have the powder early.
Yeah. If you get the mirror already, or got the mirror already, then I could see waiting. Because then you know that once you go to the Dark World, you can just mirror over there when you're doing the blacksmith.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, about now, they've both checked the same things that the other one has checked, correct?
Yeah, they just switched direction.
Now JCopes going for the South Shore and the dam.
Yeah.
Ooh, missing that boomerang. That one, the red one, I can never hit anything with. The blue one, I'm like a sniper, but...
Oh, I prefer the blue one too. Oh,
combos.
The dam. Not that bad.
Early ice?
Maybe. But there are some things missing. Flippers, Titansmiths.
Yeah, but I can dream, right?
You can, yeah.
Where is Hugh going? Oh, to Eastern? Oh no, they're doing
Houlihan. That's nice. Maybe you wanna fake flipper directly to Zoro?
Yeah, I think that's actually a really good idea because they already have the Moon Pearl, so they can check the Waterfall Cave as well. And I assume they're going to be doing Moldorm and Ice Rod Cave anyways.
Mini Moldorms today not that jolly. Using hammer strats. We have a big 20, another ruby, a heart piece.
That refresh. Lamp.
Oh, there's the lamp. And the claw.
I was gonna say we're getting close to Dagonim, but...
Oh, yeah.
We have Dark World access.
Give him a cape or master sword and then we go directly to Ganon.
Just forget about the portals, they don't exist. What's your favorite way to do Mini Moldorm Cave if you don't have the sword?
Bombs.
Bombs? Yeah.
I'm just holding the bombs and throw them just before they explode. It's not that difficult.
I saw a really sweet strat that someone did in, I believe, the main tourney, where they set the middle bomb down and then stood on top of it until the Moldorm homed in on them, and then walked across to the other side and exploded on them. And it seems to work pretty consistently. Sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time it works.
Yeah, let's see what the ice cave has. Oh,
just a 20.
So we have 24 red rupees left in the game to find. Because there are 26 of them.
I believe it's 27 actually. Right? I only know this because there's my friends play a drinking game with this where they have to find 27 before they can kill Ganon.
Okay, that's you, a drinking game. Okay, he also fake flippers. But I have to say that Sora isn't actually a sequence break because he has the glove. Both have the gloves.
It's true.
You can get to Sora, but
JCopes does not have that 500.
Faster. I think imhughbliss will do the same. Just checking Ice Cave and then heading up to Sora.
JCopes smugging a hobo? For his last $20.
Talking about red rupees.
Doing the back of escape now.
Yeah, I would do that too if I have the glove directly taking the back of escape, so it's out of the way and I don't have to think on it anymore.
I think the only way I would consider doing anything else is if I had the hook shot as well, so I could check all of Death Mountain.
Okay, we have a map and a key, so we have an item in the dark room chest too. Okay, he's doing it. It's not that hard with the lamp and the hammer and the ice rod and the red boomerang.
So those blue enemies in the back of escape, do you know what they're called?
No.
So I thought they were bats, right? Apparently they're spiders? Like, they don't look like spiders. They look like bats.
They look definitely like bats. We have rats, and we have bats, and we have snakes.
So now, would you go into Dark World, or would you go up to Death Mountain?
I think Death Mountain, there is not that much they can check.
Yeah, I agree. I actually might have just gone into Dark World way earlier. But...
save the old man to get the save point.
I don't know if that. I guess that's worth it if you get the flute, correct? Otherwise, it's just some time loss that you would have later. Or I guess it would be the same amount of time, not a time loss, rather.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Up to Sora.
Palm hole in chat is correct. Dead rocks are the worst enemies in this game.
Absolutely.
Not close.
These squirrels are so annoying.
JCopes is going up to Death Mountain. Is at Death Mountain.
Okay.
To get one item and one look at another item.
Okay, nice exchange. Giving him 500, getting 300 back from Sora. Also, a red rupee was on the Sora ledge.
Did you see what Old Man gave?
Heart piece. I think. Well, full heart, yeah.
And a heart under Spectacle Rock. So now it's time for the Dark World, I believe.
Yeah.
Do you like this starting at Hype Cave strat?
No. I would do a quick dip into Skullwood. And then Thieves Town.
Yeah, I had a long argument about this yesterday. I think I'm at, if you have the mirror and the flute, it makes sense to start at Hype Cave because it's just faster.
Yeah.
Like more items per second.
Oh, we have the blue cane found here. From Bliss. Oh, and another red rupee in the Hype Cave, so it's not so high. More rupees, a single rupee, 5 more. And another red rupee, so Hype Cave is officially dead. It's more than a cave of disappointment.
Someone's asking, will we actually have Hype Cave in V27? And I believe there was only one logic update in V27, and that was for the backup pod.
Yeah,
so, no.
So the bow could be deeper in pod. It was the only logic update. Yeah.
Hugh is doing the other Dark World portal. Let's see if they go into Skull Woods. There's a lot of money in this seed.
Oh yeah.
But none of it was before Zora for JCopes.
I think JCopes have to...
They
have to buy me a beer or something, because he has 1,111 rupees.
I mean, I'm down for a free beer. I don't even drink.
Yeah, me too.
So JCopes looking for. Well,
oh, and a fire rod.
That's actually gonna help.
Wow.
So now, actually, I guess Skull is a pendant, so it's not super helpful, but. There might be an item on Mafia.
Yeah, you never know what you find in there. So it's almost like version 26. You never skip Skullwoods.
It's true, but Fire Rod only unlocks 2 items or 2 locations. I've never skipped Skull Woods though. I'll tell you that.
I mean, Skullwoods doesn't take that long getting the 2 items out.
To me.
And having the fire rod, Mossela is also. Oh, we found a quake in Sparrowwoods. So there is item number 1. Ah, maybe we find a sword.
I actually. So is it?
Oh, it's very low on health. Should be careful. And just 3 bombs. So Skullwoods had almost nothing. Just Quake. I mean, it's nice to have the medallions that early. Bumper cave. Just an arrow upgrade. What could be on pets? Let's take a look. Could be... maybe Boo? Could on pet. A hookshot could be on pedestal. A book, probably. Somaria cane.
Yeah, like we said earlier, boots could be. What is locked? There's like. Well, I guess we have the fire rod.
Oh,
flippers.
Cane can. Somaria is a pendant. Maybe Ether required for Turtle Rock.
Yep.
No, flippers couldn't be on pets because of Ice Palace.
So funny thing, it could be either Blue Cane or Cape on pedestal. The other one in Ganon's Tower, and something on Laser Bridge, which technically makes it a pedestal seed, but no one's gonna actually need it.
Yeah.
But we just got.
Oh, we got the fighter sword at this time, and a cape.
So what did we get in Skullwoods? Was it anything? There's one item at least.
There was just a Quake and 3 bombs.
Okay.
Oh, talking about flippers. There we are, and Thieves done. And 3 bombs. So they find all the items. There was 4 items.
That was all of them?
Yep. We had the fighter sword, we had the cape, We had 3 bombs, so there's 1 item missing.
There was flippers in here, right?
Oh, and flippers, yeah.
But we got 3 bombs up there. Okay.
Yeah. Cape, flippers, the fighter sword, and 3 bombs.
Ooh, taking a death. It's really hard to do this dungeon in green mail.
Oh yeah.
Like everything here is just so erratic.
All of the dark world is not that easy in green mail.
Ooh, that was, well, I was gonna say that was close, but this is a crystal, so they are going to finish it.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest setup, unless they know how to script it.
They have a weapon with the hammer or a sword or whatever they want to use. They have a red potion, so why not complete it if we are here?
Yeah. Red potion does make it a lot safer.
Absolutely. And it's real quick because all the items were on the front, so they haven't to open any more chests. It's pretty quick.
Oh. Apparently, the sword was outside of the dungeon. Our bad.
Oh yeah, that's like, right. Was this the seahorse?
Bombable hut. Looks like Hugh does know how to script this fight, and it's going pretty well so far.
Oh,
and that's crystal number 1.
At the compass, yeah.
JCopes doing my signature strat of flailing wildly, hoping I don't get hit.
Ah, that was the 4th item. Was another 3 bombs. Okay. So, okay, they have enough bombs for the rest of the game.
So now Hugh is gonna go get their fire rod. There was nothing else over here, correct? Doing the swamp area rather. So I expect they will check pyramid after that, and then maybe dip into pod or go to catfish.
Yeah, there are not that much overworld locations left, besides of Death Mountain, but I think they have to dip into any dungeon.
Would you have considered going up to check the bumper cave now that you have cape?
Bumper cave was a 10 arrow upgrade.
Oh, okay. They did check it. I did not see that.
The hype cave.
Wipe cave.
Bliss. The cave of disappointment today.
Soon will be I'm Hugh angry. Ooh, spin strats on Trinex for JCope, or not Trinex. I don't know why I said Trinex for blind for JCope. And they took him down. Both players have Crystal 1 now. Interesting where JCopes will go now.
Oh, looks like he will check the pyramid.
Yeah, It's a little awkward. I guess JCopes could just save and quit to Link's house. Oh no, they haven't checked the north stuff, it seems. So that makes it easier for them. They can check the Bumper Cave, jump across the river, and then check Catfish Pyramid and go into Pod. Which, I don't know if that's easier, but it's a thing they can do.
Talking about the pyramid, we had another red rupee on the pyramid.
We're getting close to Rupee Go mode.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, Bliss is checking Catfish. Yeah.
Yep, looks like JCopes is in fact saving quitting to Link's house and then going to the Dark World over there. This Catfish is really interesting because if there's nothing there, like JCopes could just skip it and gain a lot of time, but like, do you do that? Do you just live with that fear that Catfish had something for the whole game?
No, I saw that. I also saw almost everything on Catfish.
And the gloves. Mitts, whatever.
See?
Well,
one of
I guess the opposite's
times,
happening.
Catfish had something useful. So it wasn't that bad checking it. That opens a lot of locations now.
Remember in the old days when we would skip Catfish until we had Mirror, and then sometimes we would have Mirror, and then it would be the last thing we checked. Because we wanted to get Zora as well.
Okay, Bliss is now getting up to this mountain. I think it's
Interesting.
not that bad. He has the hammer, he has the mid.
Neither of those help for.
He has a fire sword for probably Tower of Hera.
Hugh needs either the mirror or the hookshot to get up to Hera.
I forgot, yeah.
Yep.
I got the hookshot.
So it's just the 1.5
this game.
or 2.5 items.
We soon will see what is hiding today for us.
So they could have taken a risk and gone into Ice Palace. They have everything they need to complete it if they go in twice, I believe, or get this specific key distribution. I don't remember anymore. It's been a while since I've had to do it without cane or a hookshot.
Technically, the cane or the hookshot can be required. It depends on the key location.
Yes, but you can sequence break it by bomb jumping to kill Cold Stare and then going back in to clear the rest of the dungeon. Because if I believe if it requires hookshot or cane, then Cold Stare has.
There we see a
key.
Spike cave. This could also be nice.
Nope.
Or just 50 rupees.
Just another free beer for both of us.
Oh, yeah.
So far, has Pod had anything useful?
Not yet.
I assume there's just a bunch of keys. Let's see, ooh, bomb jump type? No bomb jump. I don't know why you would bomb jump, I just wanted to see it.
Pod is a different thing, yes.
Actually,
do you know
this would be the time to bomb jump.
Oh, the boots! Now it's going fast. Real fast.
Yeah, actually, this is one of the few times you actually want to bomb jump in Randomizer, is when you don't have the mirror. Yeah. But I don't know if they had the big key yet.
I also think this is probably the most difficult bump jump in here. I never get it.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. If like you need to do a lot of practice to get it the inputs correct. But you know, there's like pause buffering that makes it a little easier than it seems. I still like barely get it. I only get it when I accidentally end up on the right pixels on the first time.
Oh, and the cane! Oh, God, this pot play is paying out big.
I believe this is what the kids would call lit.
Oh,
AF
yeah.
maybe? I don't know what AF stands for.
Well...
Probably as fun.
Maybe. I think I'm too old for this. I have no clue. Oh, and on the other side we see here the Ice Palace play.
I believe JCopes did do the big key, vanilla big key location. They, unless they dropped down on the other side and portaled over and didn't check it, but I'm pretty sure they did because they just left after they decided it was bow locked.
So...
Spin speed.
Okay.
Hammer penguins is...
What?
That's something.
Rushla hiding at his toilet today?
Toilet. Do you usually like build walls over the door to your toilet?
70 rupees. Oh man, this old guy is pretty rich.
Ooh, Master Sword.
Master Sword and Ice Palace, which is also not that bad. I mean,
I guess we never called out when they could do Aghanim, but they can really do Aghanim now.
Yeah, but there's no
I guess
need
they're still missing the net.
They have the Moon Pearl, they have the Mitz, they have the Hammer, so there is no reason for doing Aghanim.
There is a reason. It's for the chat's enjoyment.
Oh yeah.
But taking the death in Ice Palace, and looks like they ran out of magic, which is maybe the worst thing ever.
Ice Palace does
the mirror.
The mirror.
They didn't check Eastern.
Oh
my god!
Paying out so much.
That's so insane. They could have had the mirror this whole time.
Oh yeah, just go in, open the chest.
Absurd. Wow. So I guess we've answered my earlier question of do you do Escape or Eastern? Obviously do Eastern. Result-oriented thinking.
We have the blue cane. So... yeah. Almost in go mode, we're just missing the bow, maybe the hook shot and the required medallion for Turtle Rock.
Spiffers the Grand says, I had a seed where I got go mode Eastern. Got to go mode Eastern, and I am so sorry for you. Oh, wait, no, I guess in my head that meant I got go mode in Eastern, which is not what that means. So, less sorry, but that's pretty cool.
Bliss is also doing the pots and Eastern play.
Ooh, JCopes just finding the perfect pixel to walk past that Popo. Well, do you think they'll do the skip or... Yep, skip. That answers that question. Bow one time? Vanilla? No.
No vanilla bow today. But I saw that in a race. the group phase. There was some races with the vanilla buff. I also saw vanilla hammer and vanilla fire rod. I saw almost every item on vanilla location.
Not exactly the same thing, but I've watched my friend forget to pick up the bow and NMG.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
So now we can actually go up to Hera, which we could have had access to from the very beginning of the game, basically.
Yeah, just going to east and grab that mirror.
Safety heart.
Yeah, it's just on the way, so why not grabbing it? It costs 2 seconds to grab it.
At this point, if it was a heart piece, I probably wouldn't, but a full heart, yeah, I'll take it.
And there is the small key. Heading straight to the basement.
Type.
So, time for a break. Look at this cute sprite, he's smiling at us. I like it.
So, what is the most absurd thing you've done while you were sitting on this peg? Like in real life? You use the bathroom?
Yeah, usually bathroom break or grabbing some coffee.
I once ran to refill my cat's water and then refill my own water and got back just in time.
I don't have any pet.
That's sad.
Of course, the big key in basement. What else?
The cane, while blue, does not have the same effect as the mirror, sadly. Or maybe not sadly. I don't know. Do you like?
Did not go to pot? Okay.
No, they went into ice and then went into Eastern.
Yeah. I think you will get in there very soon and find the boot and the Mario cane.
Hopefully.
I hope so, yeah.
So the problem is they probably didn't go in because they didn't have the bow, so they might just put it off more.
Maybe, yeah.
Up map. Do you attempt that bomb jump to the big chest in Hera?
Oh, that's easy. I'm using the Yaga strut with 2 bumps.
I don't know that one. How does that work?
You put a bomb on the left down corner and a second bomb on the right upper corner. And so it's like playing pool billiard. So it's basically 2 bomb jumps combined to 1.
So one bomb jump sets
if you
up
do
like
this
you have
with
the boots,
2
right?
bombs, you extend your bomb jump range by 6 pixels. So it's very easy to get.
So it's just like bonking with the boots then.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I actually I wouldn't attempt it for a long time because I just didn't understand how to use the boots to set it up, the extra 6 pixels, and then I realized that you could just set the bomb down and then walk to the left and use then you just have like every direction to start your dash into bonk, and now I just get it every time. Not every time, obviously, but
yeah, there are so many different strategies for the bomb jumps.
I finally get to check the east side of Death Mountain.
wait, did you see what?
It was nothing. I think it was a arrow upgrade. But I blacked it out because it was nothing.
Okay, today no walk of shame through the spiral cave for JCopes.
Ooh, falling to Hera.
Yeah, sometimes Moldrum is really Toldrum.
I don't know what that word means. Troll. I don't believe in trolls. It's like, what are they called? Memes? It's fake news.
Another 2 chests here. Red rupee, another red rupee. Oh man, this seed is really money loaded. So, what we get? 5 arrow upgrade.
Can bumped around by these Moldorms.
Yeah, they're guarding the chest. An empty bottle, piece of heart, 5 arrows. Heart piece, another bottle.
Do you think the sick kid will give us another pearl if we give him more bottles?
I don't think so.
Stingy sick kid. What does he need with those pearls anyways? So now, what is the play that JCopes is making? Can't be Swamp, right? Oh, I guess they didn't check the pyramid, right?
The pyramid was checked by Bliss. It was a red rupee. Oh, it looks like it's...
They're just gonna go into Swamp, huh? That is...
Yeah, there are not that much locations left to check. Man.
Yeah, I guess
Ice Palace is open.
Yeah, like you said, Ice Palace is open but not technically completable in the logic, though literally is with sequence breaks. But if you don't have that many locations, it's better not to sequence break, right? If you need specific stuff to
absolutely
to complete the game. So it makes sense, though there are some items that are still open in the logic in Ice Palace, so I might just go in there anyways. I mean, I know I personally definitely would, but there's no guarantee whether that makes it right or not.
Ice Palace is also the green pendant, so maybe, you never know.
Yeah, that makes it actually a little bit better, I think, right? Because you don't need to complete it then, or necessarily need to complete it in the logic.
Support and Spiffers, it's because Bliss didn't go to pot yet. And JCopes didn't check Catfish. So JCopes missing the Titans. And Bliss is missing Samaria.
Did JCopes check
No, he didn't check Catfish.
No. But the Dark Death Mountain stuff?
It was a lot of red rupees.
That was the light world, wasn't it? I don't think they actually checked the dark world like Hugh is right now, which has the mushroom, which might be something. But Hugh can't check even the first chest in Hookshot Cave, which JCopes would have been able to with his boots. Looks like they're just gonna check what opens up Turtle Rock and then leave. And it's Quake.
Quake for Turtle Rock, okay.
So rip either pedestal.
It is so.
We can still have the hook shot on the pedestal, though, correct? Because Kane can replace the hook shot for Ice Palace.
Yeah.
Checking the shovel. Yep, Bo could be on the pedestal as well.
Yeah.
Is that's everything at this point, I think. I guess
not
silvers maybe if you need that, but you don't. I mean book, but that's just because book could open up other things. Oh no, I guess book could open up Desert Palace. Which no, because you would need the flute, so you would already have access to it. So yeah, if something's on the tablet, then book could be on the pedestal and matter.
The paradox book.
Yeah.
Because technically you need the book to read the inscription in the pedestal. So if the book is on pedestal, it's kind of paradox.
Yeah. So, asking, we've just been asked for a recap, which basically, early game both runners did different starts, ended up crossing over at some point. Neither of them went into Eastern though, because they got Dark World access before that, like after checking Escape, I believe. Then they again did opposite strats. One started at Hype Cave, the other one started at Dark Kakariko, which is Village of Outcasts. Converged again, and one of them went into Pod, the other one went into Ice. Which is the big difference here is Pod had, what was it? King of Samaria.
The King of Samaria and the Boots, and the Catfish had the Titansmith.
Right. Catfish had Titansmiths, and Ice Palace had Master Sword. Eastern had Mirror, which they could have had the whole time. They did end up going into Eastern after a little bit, which we know that Bo did not have. Or was not Venwell, rather. So currently, JCopes has decided they wanted to do Swamp without the hookshot instead of checking Ice Palace, which they could logic break and complete. While Hugh, after taking a death in Ice Palace the first time, decided to go back after checking some other stuff. They've still avoided Pod because they don't have the bow, I'm assuming. Which might bite them.
Oh, nice bomb shot. First try.
Oh, that's correct. They're, Ole Nanas? Or Ole Nananas? It's just said in the chat, because JCopes did not check Catfish, they don't have mitts and cannot get into Ice. That's correct. Ruiner of Dreams, what stops them is honor, I guess. Like, there's nothing on the line. This is just a tournament for pride. I mean, some people might cheat, but like, why? We're just having fun here, right?
Was in another tournament where a racer was disqualified because he watched his opponent stream on a second monitor.
Yeah, it's just like
I mean, why would you do that?
Yeah, we're just, it's a tournament for fun. Like, why are you just ruining other people's fun? Also, like, yeah, to even gain an advantage from looking at someone else's stream without getting caught is so hard. Because if you're being restreamed, like, what are you gonna do? Just randomly decide to go a different way? It's like, it's gonna look weird.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's definitely possible. Ooh, we're attempting this bomb jump, which is the other way to break this logic.
Yeah.
I've actually only seen this successfully done twice, and now 3 times.
Nice. Also first try. I think that besides of the one bomb jump in Pod, one of the difficult about jumps.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about going back immediately for that chest. When you're gonna have to go back after getting these two up here anyways, it seems like you just want to go up and then hit that one on the way back down.
Here we see the pyramid check on the other side, I think, and then maybe Catfish, because he's running out of locations.
Yep,
That's
and
not much
means
left
they're
to
probably gonna
Catfish.
get their mitts. The spin speed on the pyramid is nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And there we go, up to the Catfish. And then, so we saw everything. There is not much left. Turtle Rock, yeah?
Do we know how many items Hugh still has left in Ice Palace? They got the Master Sword, and I don't remember seeing another item.
No. Okay, we have to...
But I guess they're checking everything, so they must have at least one item left.
Yeah.
And I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, 2 locations? Including Cold Stare.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's just Cold Stare.
Okay. JCopes finally found Titan's Nest and Catfish. And we'll find some money in the waterfall cave. Or just a little bit of love.
Money's on Zora. Oh, they got a mirror from Catfish, that's nice. It almost never happens anymore. Nice spin
that is what
you.
Randomizer is about. It's random. You never know.
Yeah, the logic used to make it much more likely, I believe, because it would front load a bunch of items.
Okay, we're using this red potion. With green mail you get so much damage in the dark world.
Cold Stare is what, like 6 hearts or something when it touches you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It might be 4.
Okay, so we have the green pendant. I think he will check it and then heading up to Turtle Rock or to Swamp.
So if I was Hugh, I would not check it unless I was going into Pod. Because it is a sequence break to get that currently. So once he goes into Pod, getting the cane removes that, so. But he won't know that till he goes in, so it makes sense. Interesting. What is this play?
Oh, I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Ah, okay, he has the mirror. Maybe bringing the frog home?
Yep, that makes sense.
And doing a walk with chest stuff?
Going to Turtle Rock is JCopes. They have everything to finish it.
Now we didn't see Kingston and the graveyard ledge.
Yeah, I don't think they've gone back there, have they?
Yeah.
So that means bonk rocks as well.
And bonk rocks, yeah. So I think that Turtle Rock play is not that bad at the moment.
Spiffers, I believe. That might be true. I don't remember when Kane is allowed to replace Hookshot, if it's always or not.
Oh, okay, we're seeing this first chest in Hookshot Cave, which has a red rupee.
Ooh! That's a sword. Good old Tempura sword.
I would take that too.
Yeah.
I mean the Temper sword opposite of the fighter sword on the other side is a huge advancement.
Yeah.
Makes the fight so much faster.
Do you think it is more, less, or an even amount of advantage compared to the boots?
Oh, and half magic, so I would think in case of JCopes has only the fighter sword at the moment, it equals the fighting of the boots.
Okay.
Because the execution is so much faster with the template.
I think I can agree with that. If Hugh had found the half magic before Ice Palace, that would have been a huge deal, though.
Absolutely. So, what we find here? This cave, a piece of heart.
Let's see if they remember that they need to do the vanilla strat for the the next room. I see so many people forgetting that.
Oh yeah.
They did.
Wow. First try, memorize the vanilla strat.
Butter.
Ooh.
Wow. Those blacksmiths were like
really big.
What?
Butter versus fighter sword. What's on the desert ledge today? Just a red rupee.
Is it the first Agna check that we've seen?
It's the best Agna check, yeah.
Damn. Was it anything? I looked away.
Nah, was nothing.
Sad vagina.
Yeah.
I tried to do the punch strats. It's just so close. It always looks so cool when they get that.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, you can do either a item dash with the Cane of Samaria or place the block and then bonk into it to knock the block to the other side of the room, and that way when you shoot the bullets out, they'll hit both switches like one after the other, so that you can do the same kind of invincibility strat that they did in the basement of Tower of Hera, which lets them push the block without getting hit by the chain jumps, and then immediately walk off and get the chest, because the other side will be open. Oh, looks like it's time for pod for Hugh.
This will be huge, because he already has Butter Sword. When he finds the boots and the cane, this will be really huge. And the old man has a red rupee.
I don't know if red rupee for a lit bomb is a good trade for Sahasrahla, but I mean, if that's what he wants, then I guess we can't say no, right? So, if you are taking Kiki to the entrance of Pod and you get hit, what percentage of your soul do you think you lose every time that happens?
I don't know, never thought about it.
It's like a lot, I think.
I think I lost all of my soul 25 years ago when the game came out. Oh, we have a shield upgrade found. Well, better than nothing.
Yeah, kind of.
It still can block most of the fireballs in the game, so...
Yeah.
And you get it almost for free, so why not take it?
$100 on the vanilla big key chest.
What
someone was asking earlier, and now we know.
What will we find in Turtle Rock?
Oh, this is another big advantage that Hugh gets to do Palace of Darkness with the mirror. That's the one. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
No awkward routing for them. This is a pretty crazy race.
Oh yeah.
It's so rare that you see the runners with such different item sets this far into the race.
We have the boot. Oh, I think that was almost intentional.
I don't know if I'd call it intentional, but they did prepare for it, so...
Yeah. So it's not that big of a time loss. He has the safety door opened. There is the key. Another red rupee. There is the hook shot on the laser bridge. Oh, that's big too.
So,
oh, okay.
Did the logic want you to go into Turtle Rock before going into Ice Palace?
Seems like, yeah.
Is that what it did? Why is it like this?
Another red rupee. Did you count? I think we have found almost all red rupees now.
I was not counting. I should have been though. I have a counter on my HUD. Oh, roll tomb check. What are we missing? Bow and book? No, flute rather. Or actually, it could be either one.
It was close to a bow. It was at least an arrow upgrade.
Yeah, close.
There's the safety fairy. Oh, down to 2 hearts.
Do you think there was ever like a medieval soldier that was like, I need a new bow, and someone's like, well, I can get close, and just gives them another quiver?
Maybe. Yeah, you're right, because they need book or fruit or flute.
So,
for desert.
Now we're down to book or bow on pedestal. Book leading to bow on a tablet. Have you had a seed that had a blind pull in the logic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that in one of my
because I had a seed with the book on the pedestal leading to the mirror.
Jeez. One of my races, I had book in tower and I think it was Cane of Samaria on the pedestal. No, actually it was Fire Up, but whatever. It was a stick-like object, and it was red-ish.
Looks like we see now the Turtle Rock play on.
There's some nice hammer strats for JCopes.
Yeah.
I probably just wouldn't have gone in there because I just can't hammer try next for my life.
It depends on your movement, because slashing upwards with the hammer is very difficult because of the hitbox.
Yep.
If you can do it downwards or left or right side, it's not that hard. Oh, 3 bumps from Cyrenex.
Never up hammers.
So
it's weird. JCopes had like a big advantage when they got boots way earlier, but Hughes, just their routing ended up being a lot better for them because they got to pick up mirror before going into pod, and they ended up picking up three sword upgrades that JCopes doesn't have.
Yep.
So this might be like it's so hard for me to tell right now, even like how close they'll be.
Let's see, the last chest in the hookshot cave. Another heart piece.
If Ruiner of Dreams is correct, Link to the Past is Illuminati confirmed. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. That loss it said. Bo is probably back in Swamp. We saw JCopes go in there without the hookshot, I believe.
Yeah. I think he will soon heading back to Swamp and do the rest of it.
Yeah, that seems like the only real option.
Yeah.
No one's checked the mushroom yet, have they?
No, was not checked yet.
Getting trolled by the chain chomps here. Huh, they didn't get the invulnerability frames there.
That was so interesting. One heart. They hit so hard, these chain jumps here. Grabbing a fairy is the powder. Not that bad. Yeah.
Yeah, Spiffers. I meant Swamp being the only option for their next place to go.
Yeah, nice and squeezy. It could be, yeah. Maybe a pedestal bow, or
yeah, that's still pedestal bow or book still in play.
Or a book leads to the bow. Or something like that. Yeah. As we said, he's going back to Swamp. Right, because there's really not much left.
So that lost it. Either cannot be on the pedestal. Oh, wait. I see what you're... Never mind. Never mind. I misunderstood what you said.
I don't know. We still don't know what required for Missionary Maya. Because they can't get there without the flute.
Alright, I need you to make a prediction right now. What is JCopes gonna find in the back of the swamp?
Maybe the book.
Book? Alright. I'm gonna hope for the... Actually, I don't know if this is the best, but I want to see flute. Does anyone know what the pedestal says when the bow is on it? I can't remember.
I don't know.
No, flute is not always required, because it's only required to get into Mire. It can be required to get up to Death Mountain if the lamp is somewhere locked by that. But
it can also be required if you don't find a book to open desert.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. Inventory strut. I hate this fight.
You hate the Argus fight?
Switching between hookshot and hammer. That's so annoying.
I've been told that doing fighter spins is actually faster than switching to the hammer. But if you can double pull and hammer, then that might just be faster. So Neelyby, there is a sword in Pendant Ice Palace, and there's a sword in Peg Cave by the blacksmith's house, and the last one is in the purple chest.
By the way, this was vanilla tempered.
I don't think it was. It was in Peg Cave, not the blacksmith's.
Almost vanilla.
Yeah, close enough. They put the sword in the purple chest by accident, and he had to get it from that.
Oh, nice fight, yeah.
It's gonna be a real fast try next fight.
Okay, now we're running out of locations.
Alright, so what is left? Sahasrara?
Had just some rupees.
Oh, correct. Yep. So it's just they need to finish Skull Woods, right?
Yep.
For JCopes, that mean they also have all of Ice Palace to do, and the blacksmiths. So they might just be really far behind now.
It's because of the fighter sword. I mean,
Yeah.
the fighter sword, it's almost a weapon, but it's more a pocket knife than a sword.
Almost a weapon, yeah.
And I see also the hookshot cave, which has nothing. Just some rupees. And some bombs and a heart piece.
Did they not check the... Oh, they're doing Royal Tomb, that makes sense. Did we actually see anyone do Bonk Rocks? I assume that Hugh did it when they did Royal Tomb, but...
So the King's Tomb. We're missing Bonk Rocks and the Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah, I don't believe anyone has done the Graveyard Ledge. Which I probably... If that's the case, I like doing Bonk Rocks first going up to... Oh, okay. Yeah, well, so if you haven't done any of that stuff over there, I like going to Bonk Rocks and then going over to Dark World to do the Ledge and the Royal Tomb together.
Okay, Red Rupee was in the Bonk Rocks. What a surprise, a Red Rupee.
No, I don't... Oh no, they got both items from Skullwoods, so it's just the Cemetery Ledge? Is that actually the only thing?
I think there is not much left.
There's... No one's done Mushroom either, I believe.
Ice Palace was a sword, and the Purple Chest has had a sword, and the Hammerpack Cave had a sword.
JCopes is doing all that now. Well, doing the blacksmith stuff now. So they will have... well, they might not get the Purple Chest depending on how they want to route this, but they will have at least Master Sword after this.
Okay, we see here the swamp on the other side, which also had nothing.
Fat Fairy could have silvers, but that's about it, right? It's the only thing. Well, I guess mail upgrades are not like useless, but they're not really what you want.
Look at that smile from Jacob's sprite finding the Master Sword. He's very glad to find it.
This is a really cute sprite.
Absolutely.
Do you have a preference for sprite?
I like to play the Toad sprite.
Toad?
Toad or the Marisa sprite from Tuhu.
And
for sure the new Poi Poi sprite from Second and Netsu 2.
Yeah, until recently I only used Link, but I started using Zero Suit Samus now. Though I need to relearn the bomb jump because it's a little different, and I never learned with the Shadow.
Do the most bomb jumps using my sword, just holding my sword.
Yeah, I had trouble learning it that way, so I learned using the top of the head. But lining up the on the X-axis is where I've been having trouble.
Yeah. It's because if you do the X-axis line up, if you are moving left or right, you are moving 2 pixels. And if you are moving up or down, you only move 1 pixel. So lining up up or downward bump jumps is easier. Now this race is pretty close. I mean, they route completely different, but
it's
close as it can be.
It seems like it's actually might not be that close because JCopes has like all of Ice Palace to do, while Hugh just has to finish up Swamp, and then they have what, Cemetery Ledge? That's it.
Yeah, it was this early sword upgrade gives him a huge advantage, and also finding the Titansmith pretty much earlier. But I'm thinking about what's left. Is there anything left besides the Graveyard Ledge?
I can't think of anything.
So we have to find at least. Oh, what have we find? The book.
I believe they did get all the items out of Skullwoods. Someone was asking.
We have to find a book and a bow, or one of them with leading to the other.
Or flute also opens up some things.
Or maybe a flute opens up some stuff.
So Wrath of Manix, neither of them did Eastern until like almost an hour in, or maybe even later. But JCopes checked Pod much earlier than Hugh, though it was not very early. Both of those dungeons had like insane items. Well, I guess Eastern was just the mirror, but that was just so good for them. Pod was Boots and Cane, which is amazing as well.
This fight in Swamp, the boss fight is so much faster with that battle sword. It's a joke, just 2 slashes.
Alright, so yeah, I'm looking at an item map, and I believe the only actual things that are left are Cemetery Ledge or Mushroom. Everything else has been checked by someone.
Yeah. So the pedestal dream is still alive.
Yeah, if there's conversation in chat, yeah, version 27's only logic updates were that you can now find the bow in the back of Pod because they figured out how to set up or seed keys in the correct way. They didn't want to push any big logic updates because Christos was in America for 2 weeks and could not work on it. And
there
wait,
was
what? Oh, wow!
That's huge.
So I was right.
That's really huge. This book.
I said back then that I thought that chest was unchecked, but then he just didn't run over to it, so I assumed that he already got it. Wow.
This one chest he didn't check. This book is moment really huge. Okay, yeah, we had the Graveyard Ledge, we had nothing.
That just flipped the whole thing?
Absolutely.
That's amazing. I wonder how long it'll take.
Open desert?
Desert,
Definitely.
2 tablets, and
the 2 tablets,
if you feel really pessimistic, you can look at the pedestal.
Heading immediately to desert.
Yeah, this makes sense. Checking Bombos and then going into desert.
So there we have the mushroom check on the other side. And it's the bow!
Oh my god!
It's the bow!
So if the flute is somewhere that's bow locked, this could still be Hugh's race.
Oh my god.
This is exciting. Wow.
So
this seed is so amazing.
The other one has the bow. So who's in the lead now?
I don't know.
Oh
I have no idea.
I'm in desert. This is quick.
I think it really depends on if the flute is available or not. To Hugh specifically. Because if it's not, then Hugh is probably going to just not. Sorry, what?
No, but Bliss is immediately heading to the port and eastern.
That makes sense. I believe they have all the items in eastern, or maybe there's one left. Also, I'm not sure about pod. How many they got? 4 or 5? It must have been 4 or less. So they didn't check the big chest, and there's 1 key door left. They don't have a key, which means of the 3 locations that are left, 1 is a key. Depends on how many dungeon items they got. So if they open the menu, you'll be able to tell whether they have items. And they don't. So they've gotten all of it, I believe.
If I'm right, loot is technically not required in this seed.
Yes. Once they got the book, that opened up all the crystal dungeon.
So Bliss has going back to Ice Palace to get the book.
Oh, there was also... Interesting. So I was wrong. Right? Did he just pick up the big key? Is that what happened? Oh, there was 4. Right. There's 4 locations where God helps. But yeah, it still cannot have an item in here. I believe by Lemme that there is only the big chest and Helmasaur left, and they don't have either of compass or map, so there cannot be an item in pod.
I think the worst thing Bliss could find at the moment is the flute. Because it will lead him to Maya, maybe.
Well, no, once he has the flute, he can just do desert, and that was the only thing that was locked by the book.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So it's actually the best thing he can find. But if I'm right, there's only up to 1 item left for him to find between pod and eastern. So that makes it a little awkward to be here. I don't know what else you're supposed to do. Actually, yeah, I guess that's the only thing you have left. So they're assuming that the item they need is in eastern. I didn't even notice JCopes killing Landwells, who was so fast. But they got it. Now they just need to find the bow.
As soon as JCopes turning in the mushroom, he's in go mode.
Keo the cat. Flute could be in Fat Fairy, but because Desert is a 5/6 crystal, that's not going to help you at all. Is you would need to find the book first, which we know is in a chest that they forgot about. So now there's 3 things for JCopes to check. There's
we'll check
either tablet, which they're doing now,
tablet, yeah.
mushroom, and then pedestal, which they're probably not going to check before mushroom, so it's not going to matter. Book was in Ice Palace, in the chest with. It was in the chest with the 2 jellies in it, or the room with the 2 jellies, and Hugh just forgot about it, for assuming.
Yeah, Ice Palace has always something good.
I don't know if I'd say always, but when you don't want it to, it always does.
Wait, is it taking the pedestal?
I guess.
Looks like.
Yeah, maybe they forgot about mushroom. Actually, yeah, no, I don't know. Hugh has some nice, clean execution, though. Like, doing the quick kill on this Armos. Oh, they missed it. It was close, though.
It was not the quick kill, but it was very quick.
It was an above average speed kill. Yep, here's the pedestal check. And they mirrored in the wrong spot. That's unfortunate.
What do we have today? Just couch cash.
I don't know, Runer, have you ever tried to stab something with an arrow? It's a lot less force than a bow. Oh, they're going back into Ice Palace, Hugh.
And as we know, this play is really good.
So it's possible, though I'm not sure why you would do it, that they actually intentionally skipped that chest. Because if I'm remembering correctly, it was not too far out of the way the first time, or I guess it was the second time they went in.
Wait, JCopes is going to Ice Palace back too?
What? Did JCopes also think they forgot something? Maybe they did. No, they're leaving.
No, okay. Just wondered.
Interesting.
Okay, now he's thinking, what?
Oh, they think Sahasrara has the bow. They just double checked that it was green. JCopes did not kill the boss, so
no, he
which
just
is green pendant.
Mirrored out after finding the book.
I'm not sure. I assume based on where the book was that they got all the items. Coldster had a key, I want to say. But importantly, they had the green pendant, which gets you an item from Sahasrara. Wait, what? No, oh, no, I think there's some miscommunication. Hugh does have the pendant, but forgot a chest in Ice Palace, while JCopes got that chest, which gave him a book, but didn't kill the boss.
Yeah.
Now JCopes is going back in to get the pendant so that they can check Sahasrara.
By the way, if you like what they are doing and what they are racing, don't be shy. Just follow the runners, support them. They really do awesome stuff for us.
So Hugh has the book now.
So, and he is in go mode.
The pedestal had rubies only. So what is... Wait, did Hugh not do Eastern? That's strange.
Oh, he did.
He did? Okay. Oh, no, yeah, he did, you're right. It's just not marked. I see.
So it just has to finish Desert, get its 7th crystal, and then straight up to Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, so unfortunately for JCopes, they're 2 dungeons behind, and that's probably going to be the end of it.
Yeah.
But Ganon can always bump you off a couple times, and
we saw that yesterday, unfortunately. Had 3 deaths on Ganon, which cost someone the race.
3 is a lot.
Yeah, 1 was intentional because he ran out of magic. Was a silverless Ganon too.
Ooh, yeah.
And no half magic, and missed the lamp glitch and then ran out of magic, so he couldn't do anything.
So, was the big key on the torch? I guess it must have been.
Yeah.
Otherwise they wouldn't have checked everything. Yep.
So, what is JCopes doing now?
They're checking the mushroom now.
He has to check the mushroom.
Oh no, they wait.
Wait.
Interesting.
Where's he going?
Oh, Sahasrara.
Ah, yeah. The green pendant. Which we know is only a red ruby.
You almost at Landmolus. And JCopes letting us know that they remembered about the mushroom. Just getting it ready.
Oh, it's absolutely the only location he hasn't checked.
How many bombs do you think JCopes is gonna put on the ground on the witch when he finds the bow? Set the line at 1.5. No, that's too low. 2.5. So you take the over.
So, to chat, you know what time it is?
What time is it?
While Bliss is entering Ganon's Tower, we know there are 22 possible locations for the big key. So it's time to guess which location the big key could be.
So we have a submission, like a, I don't know how it works, like a bot that looks at your submissions, right? So we can't accept actual chest names, just numbers. If I'm correct. I don't know how these things work.
Plus numbers.
And then, I don't know, you get points that are imaginary, probably. Oh, okay, apparently it's not on this channel, so say whatever you want, no one cares.
So, what chest do you guess is the big key today?
I'm going to guess it's in Bob's chest, because every time I've done a seed, lately I've tried to throw the bomb over the pot and then run over and get the chest and just never do it in time. So that's what I want. I want it to be there.
Well, I'm going insane today, and I think it's chest 21.
21. That's... Why?
Why not? By the way, do you know about the Ganon's Tower conspiracy?
Conspiracy? No.
Oh yeah, because there are 22 locations for the big key, and usually the tile room is the last location you check. Did you ever count the tiles in the tile room?
I remember this now. There's 22 of them, right?
Oh yeah.
So, how do you feel about doing the right side gamble, as they call it, which some people are considering not a gamble anymore? Do you always do it?
The Ether. So okay, no key, so no right side gamble.
Do you always do it if you get one key?
No, I usually go to the right side. If I get the key, I'm heading to left side. I just checking the first two chests and then doing left side.
I usually I switch depending on how far ahead I feel, or if I feel like I'm behind. I feel like a lot of people always do the right side gamble now, so if I'm behind, I will do the left side, or if I feel I'm behind. Assuming I think my opponent also does right side. I used to always do left side though.
So now we are heading to the fire room here. This will be chest number 8.
JCopes making their way to Helmasaur.
And still no mail upgrade. Green mail, oh my god.
Yeah. Ooh, hooking the wrong way. But they got the trick in the end. What do you like for this fire room? Do you like hookshot strats to dodge the fire, or
yeah, with a mail upgrade? I'm using hookshot mostly.
Yeah, I used to bonk, but now I've started moving over to hookshot. Just feels better. So this is 10?
10, yeah.
Helmasaur down. Just a heart in the randomizer room. But we also know where Ganon is now, I believe.
Yeah.
Again, walking into that teleporter by accident.
13 chests open, still no big key. My 21 dream is still alive.
Oh, so, here's my guess. And flute!
Bob had the flute.
Well, rip Bob's music career.
Wait, but Bob was a musician?
Well, yeah, he had flute. He just stole his flute. How's he gonna make music now? Shit, last time I did Ice Armos, I forgot to pick up an Aero drop, and I ended up having to sort it. That was an NMG though. Oh, silvers! And Big Key! Almost vanilla.
So, if you guess chest number 17, you have won absolutely nothing.
Your prize is me being proud of you, which is not worth very much. Silvers were in the first chest after Armos, which is the vanilla Big Q location. Dashing past those spikes. Nice. JCopes going for the safer Armor strat, which is not actually that much slower if you do it correctly, but they missed a few shots, unfortunately.
Finally, he's also going to Ganon's tower now. Finding that bow so late. How would you feel if you don't find this damn bow?
So, in my last tournament match, I skipped Ice Rod Cave and then went back to it like an hour and a half in and found the bow.
Oh my.
It was, I knew I had lost at that point, so I just did the craziest gambles I could think of, like blind pulling the pedestal for no reason. And like, if I had just gotten one of those correct, I would have probably won the race, but instead I lost by half an hour because, you know, my opponent got the bow at like 10 minutes in.
Missing Lamolas with the silver arrows.
That is unfortunate, but
okay,
having butter,
recycle, it's not that bad.
Yeah, having butter as a backup is very easy. Somehow I've gotten worse at this Wizrobe room. I don't know what happened, but I've just like missed all of them sometimes.
Yeah, this conveyor belt, they're sometimes a little bit tricky.
Yeah, Hugh did not do nearly as badly as I usually do though.
Wait, he's running around?
He, because he fell off, he had to wait.
Yeah, I know.
So that it went out.
Just the song came in my mind. Driving around the lemon tree.
I don't know that one. Can you sing it?
I can, but I want to. You won't hear me sing. I mean,
you don't want to do that to our ears.
I'm pretty good at playing my saxophone, but I won't sing.
Ooh, saxophone. Sax is a nice instrument.
So, let's see how Trolley Trolldom is these days. Shouldn't be that hard with the butter sword.
Yep, 2-shot.
And he disrespect the validation chest.
No memes here.
Do you know why it's called validation chest?
So I believe it has to do with the fact that if you fall off without killing Moldorm, it's if you don't check it and then fall after killing Moldorm, it disappears, right? So you have to check it to validate the runs, and then you can get back across with the hookshot after falling.
It's also the last possible chest you can open in the game before entering the fight with Ganon 2 and Ganon.
Wow, that was a fast Ganon fight. Have you ever had single arrow in the validation chest to like double validate? Ooh.
No. Oh, that's bad.
Oh, fairy. Oh, that's fine. It's fine. Fairy. I've had the single arrow in there once.
Oh, that's a double validation. So now we will see a very quick Ganon fight with the butter sword and silver arrows.
Yep. Just 6 hits on each phase for 1 and 2.
So quick.
Did you know that you can set up a quad hit on Ganon with Butter Sword?
No, never tried this.
Yeah, it's if you, I believe it's if Ganon stops in the top left on the 3rd phase for the last part of the floor falling down, you can hold your sword out, and because the poke does tempered sword damage, it will stun him sometimes. You get it right, and then you just have enough time to hit him across the room 4 times. And this works because you can stand where the floor is has not fallen yet, but is about to. I've tried it once and did not get the stun.
Did you find the arrows in my car? Yes, did you? Setting. Oh, got the torch glitch.
That was nice.
Pretty quick fight. Oh, Mr. Double, so just 1 shot left.
Yeah. I believe it was impossible to double in that position.
And imhughbliss has finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour 58 minutes and 33 seconds.
GG. JCopes getting towards that ice armrest to get his big key. Time for another one.
Yeah, that bow trolled hard for JCopes, finding that bow. But it's not the last game between these two, because we have a best of 3 series, so it's only the first game. So the revenge will come soon. So
having a little bit of trouble with ice armrest. It's really hard with the ice part.
Yeah, this ice physics are pretty bad at this game.
Yeah.
So I hope we will get Bliss in for an interview. Ah, okay. Bliss will not join us for an interview because he has no mic at the moment.
Unfortunate. Maybe we can get JCopes in to talk about how angry they are.
Yeah, JCopes has silver.
I wonder if the silver arrows and big key had switched places in those chests. If either of them would have skipped the other chest, they just like got the big key and immediately mirrored. Probably not, because having the chance of getting silvers is pretty high. I guess they could. There's still that vary, so it's more like what 7 chests instead of 5. Otherwise, they cleared literally everything in the overworld and dungeon. Oh no, they didn't do any of the. They didn't do any of Mire. So that's another 2 over there. I guess there's only 4 in the gauntlet, right?
Yeah.
So that means there's 10 options for silver arrows, which might as well check, I guess. It's not bad odds.
So Bliss will join the Twitch chat in a moment. So feel free to ask some questions.
So, I believe the next race that's coming up is going to be in about 5 hours on this channel between Dude and Bite Size BK. There is one that is supposed to start now, but there, I believe, no restreamer currently.
Oh, sure.
So that might change though. I'll keep you updated.
As well, there's one at 7 PM Eastern Time between Dude and Bite Size BK, and on this channel and on Randomizer 2 channel a match on the same time between Jesus the Frog and FameStream.
It is a good question, Silverpox Slave. What is the bunny of this JCopes' sprite? The bunny beam form?
I actually never saw it. Don't know. I have no clue about it. I also never played this sprite.
So antiism. I think that anticism. I don't know what your name is. Sorry. Currently, it is not. Their second race is not scheduled to happen immediately. Actually, their second race is going to happen tomorrow at 7:30 PM Eastern. Right? Oh no, is that just today? I don't know what day it is. That is today. Okay. Their second race is scheduled for 5.5 hours from now. Did you see how many blue balls Aghanim 2 gave? Because I didn't.
I didn't see any blue ball, but
it was really quick, so it couldn't have been more than 1 or 2.
It was 1, 2, 3 for Bliss. Okay.
Another 3. That's 3 hits on Magnum now. And 3.
Yeah,
That was
there
a
was
nice
no blue ball. No blue balls today.
Just hooking the wall in anger. I like to bonk the wall to try to get the duck to stop me in midair.
Yeah. By the way, there is a race starting right now. Sadly, without restream between Koplala and Smite, if you wanna watch it.
Maybe we could put their a multi-Twitch with their names in there. I don't know if they're using their Twitch names on the forum.
Oh, I can't put links in here.
Oh yeah, we don't have mod privileges.
Then without link, these 2 races. It's starting right now. Thanks GamerCar for putting the link in.
E.
So
No torch glitch, but double. And GG for Copes.
there it is. And we have an official SRL time of 2 hours, 8 minutes and 26 seconds. Time for another one. It's
No.
pretty trolly.
No, thank you. Only if you start with Bo and Link's house.
Yeah. I mean, starting with the hammer in Link's house wasn't that bad, but the bow was trolling hard. Bow at the mushroom.
It was kind of awkward for JCopes because they started at Sanctuary and didn't go to Link's house for quite a while. Which didn't actually affect anything except their like mental state, I assume.
Okay, JCopes is hopping in for a short interview. Yeah, this in-game time isn't correct.
Does in-game time account for lag? Or does the lag slow down the clock as well?
Yeah, there's the lag time isn't counted correctly, and also the menu time.
Oh, really? Well, when you say menu, do you mean save and quit menu or item menu?
The save and quit menu.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So, okay, JCope is here for an interview. So,
hello, JCopes.
Hi,
I'm very sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there's no need to apologize. It was a good race.
Oh, well, what do you think about this seat?
Aside from the bow, I didn't mind it. Aside from searching for, I don't mind the lack of sword until the very end because I like using hammer for most things.
It's actually interesting. Your opponent had butter before you had master sword.
Oh, I could believe it.
Yeah, when you went into pod, they decided they wanted to go into Ice Palace, and they put off pod for a long time. I assumed it because they wanted the bow first.
Yeah, and I could totally understand that play too.
Yeah, we had for the longest time of the race butter sword versus boots.
Yeah, the fact that you could do hammer Trinex really well was really good for you. Otherwise, you would have been much farther behind.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't have to use a potion that fight too. I think I just did it on a regular magic meter.
Yeah, there was no half magic either until you got to the blacksmiths, right?
But no, all in all, I didn't mind this seed. I enjoyed it.
How did you feel when you went back into Eastern to get that mirror?
I was not happy to see it. I would have preferred finding something else like the bow, but but I mean, like how I usually route it is I'll do Palace of Darkness before Eastern in the event that I do find the mirror. But even finding the mirror in Eastern, it's not the worst place for it to be.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. The difference was pretty much because your go mode item was the bow, and Bliss go mode item was the book.
Actually, they forgot that chest in.
We forgot the chest in Ice Palace.
Oh no!
Yeah, this was a really interesting race because neither of you just both did completely different routes. And then, like, just random things would just flip it completely. And you're like, oh no, now JCopes is winning. Oh, Hugh is winning. Ah.
Yeah.
I'm great. It was a good show, at least.
Yeah. Absolutely. It was very fun to watch.
I just wish I would have remembered to check the witch's hut sooner. I wasn't pleased when I saw the bow there, and I decided to do Ice Palace because I realized it was green pendant right after I mirrored. So I went back in there and did that first so I could route Sash and the Witch's Hut. Unfortunately, I should just went straight to Witch's Hut.
Yeah, that was a little unfortunate. If you just had completed that dungeon immediately, you would have been a lot closer. Might have actually won. I'm not sure how much time that lost you exactly, but...
I think this was at least 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, I don't think I would have... It would have been closer. I don't think that would have saved enough time to win, though. But it definitely would have been a lot closer.
Both of you actually put off the Witch's Hut for a while. I don't think there was basically anything left for either of you at that point, except for the one chest that Hugh forgot about. Though that means that you did Desert as well, which is... I don't know if that's a benefit or not, but...
Yeah, I think I had one mirror spot left to check, too, above the graveyard.
Oh, yeah, that was the one that you had left.
Oh, there was pretty much everything checked in Overworld.
Just Fat Fairy left.
And Fat Fairy was left, yeah.
Yeah, and to get into Fat Fairy, I think you needed the bow, wasn't it?
Yep.
Because I think Eastern was 6?
Yeah,
Eastern was 6.
Yeah, Eastern was
5.
The only relevant thing that could have been there at that point was the silvers, but we know those are in the tower. I guess mail upgrade also, but it's not really as relevant.
Yeah, I really like how the silvers were tucked behind the ice armos.
Yeah.
The most inconvenient spot for it to be.
Yeah.
That's really mean. The silver arrows behind the ice armors, yeah.
I mean, like, at least you got them.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. Saves me from having to do a silverless fight, that's for sure.
Yeah. So...
Butter sword is silverless, not that hard.
So, I don't know if you stream regularly or not, but if you want to plug yourself a little bit, go ahead.
I'm not much of a self-plugger, so...
Alright, well, I guess I will plug for you. If you liked what JCopes did, and you want to see him more often in your dreams maybe, you can go follow him at twitch.tv/JCopes4Life, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think you got a knack for that. You want a job?
I mean, I'll take one, like... Well, I think that's it for us.
That's it.
My name is Akashan, and I've been with FF Guru 78. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for the commentary, restream, tracking, all the hard work you guys did.
We have to thank you for a really fun race.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm really glad it was a good show. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the VOD.
So there are a few races upcoming soon on this channel at 7 p.m. and also on the channel number 2 at 7 p.m.
That's just a little under 5 hours from now. And I believe... Nope, never mind. I'm bad at reading. Okay. Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, see you guys.